When you define a person, why is that you look at their mistakes when you know what's less than everything else they did? Thirsty Thursday, sipping on that tea. Yo, it's another episode of Thirsty Thursday, sipping on that tea with your boy DJ j.o.d. Like I said in the intro, that I saw this message and it made me reread it several times. I want to make sure you guys reread it several times because it is a powerful message. But before we get into it, make sure you hit the subscribe button, tap on the subscribe, hit the bell that every time I upload a new video, you get the notification right away. And make sure you, if you haven't yet, watch the past videos that I posted the last couple weeks. Hit the like button on it, share it, comment if you whatever you want to do, but just make sure you just watch it, please. I appreciate all the subscribers that I have so far, and hopefully I gain more as weeks to come. Let's get into the video. When it comes to making mistakes, we are all humans. We all will make one, two,
not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven.
Doesn't matter, we're always going to be making mistakes. Making mistakes is not always a bad thing. Because like I said, we are human. We are bound to make those. Whenever we make mistakes, we are supposed to learn from it. You could look at mistakes as teachers, because once you make a mistake, the next time you do the certain work or whatever scenario it is, you'll learn not to make that same mistake. You'll learn from it, you'll grow from it, and you will move on to a different task in which you're probably going to end up making another mistake, and then learn from it the next time you do it, and then so on and so on. So you're supposed to make mistakes to learn from it and to grow from it, but it should not define on who you are. You define who you are yourself. Do not let your mistakes define you and undermine your self-confidence. So when you make a mistake, do not lose that confidence on the next time that comes around. Even though I do it in a jokingly way, back in my head is I am flustered on myself for making that mistake. It's to the point where my coworker will tell me to just to calm down, and he will explain that they have done the same mistake when they first started on that job. So they will tell me not to worry, that the next time around you will know what to do. So I was like, yeah, I know, I understand that, but I'm still back in my head, I am mad because I don't like when I make mistakes. That's something I have to get my mind off, is I have to accept that I'm bound to make mistakes, and then the next time I better learn from it to move on. A lot of people also do the same mistakes multiple times, and that's okay. A lot of people are not going to learn from the mistake the first time or the second time or the third time. As long as they're making progress to it, then that's all that matters. When it comes to mistakes in a relationship, a lot of people would overlook all the good things that you've done for that person That's including taking them to trips, buying them gifts, treating them to dinner, breakfast, or lunch, or all three. Showing them a lot of love and affectionate. But once you make that one mistake, no matter what it is, that will always be the one that will stuck in their head when it comes to you. They don't care about whatever else you've done for them, but they'll always put that on you. That is totally not fair, because I know for sure that that partner had made the same mistake or another mistake in their life. But to put that one mistake that you done, and now that's how your partner defines you, you should not take that. Mistakes does not define who you are, even in a relationship. It doesn't matter if it's a small one or a big one. You should not let that mistake take over your life. You cannot sit and ponder on that small or big one, because once you get over that one, another mistake will come out, and another one, and another one.
Another one.
Like I said, mistakes are not always bad. Think about it. The greatest lessons that you learn are from the mistakes that you have done in your life. Example, like when you're at work, when you throw a big fit or even an outburst. From that, your boss fires you. Now you know the next time around the things you can do and cannot do in a working environment. And even if it's not a boss, you yelling at your co-workers, you know that it should not get to that point. It should not be escalate to that. So you learn from that. So the next time you're in that situation, you know, I'm not gonna throw a fit, because I know once I do that, I'm gonna get fired. Your past does not define you or your future when it comes to making mistakes. It is true that your current life is, to a large extent, the result of your past actions, choices, and experience. The great news, however, is that your future is determined by how you act in the present moment. So basically, the life you are living right now is from your mistakes, your experiences, from your past. Now your future is determined by how you live your present life. So whatever happens now, when it comes to your mistakes or just how you grow in life, it will determine your future. Your future is determined by your present, and your present is determined by your past. Don't forget that. Your present is determined by your past, and your future is determined by your present. So as we go back to the main message that I repost right here, we should not define a person based on their mistakes in life, because that is truly unfair. Because you have to look at yourself too and know that you have made mistakes in your life. They did not accept you because you made mistakes in your life, and that's how they define you, is your mistakes, but not the good that you've done or how good your personality is, your looks, your traits, everything else. They look at that one negative and they use that to define who you are in life. So don't be that person. Understand that everyone makes mistakes, and as long as they learn from it, that's how you should define them. You should define them not because of their mistakes. You should accept them who they are and what they do in life. Get the last sip as we close this episode of Thirsty Thursday Sipping on That Tea with DJ j.o.d. As we close out the whole, we should not define a person by the mistakes. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notifications every time I upload a video. Make sure you go ahead and watch the previous episodes of Thirsty Thursdays and my other videos, whichever you're a fan of. I upload every Mondays and Thursdays. Still got the gameplay going on. The Last of Us Part 2. I've been streaming it and I've been editing, making it into a recap video. So you'll see that soon. Come back next week for another episode. If you got anything that you want me to talk about, make sure you drop them on my DMs on my social media. All those links will be on the description box. Make sure you look at that. Until next time, enjoy your tea and have a good day, guys.